G'day guys and girls. Now before we get into WD-EX-3, I just want to throw out there to please like and subscribe because it helps my tiny little channel grow. Now, moving into this long-range strike map, more enemies appear is the challenge condition, so it does tend to get a little bit swarmy. It's still not too bad a map. So that said, let's get into it. Now it does help to bring a lot of different alternative units. So you're going to need two 2-block vanguards to start you off, or exceptionally high single target. But to be comfortable and safe, I would stick to 2 blocks. We're going to need 2 tanks. One at least is a healing defender, and if you can bring a second healing defender, that's fantastic. Alternatively, AoE guards are also equally great. Now, I have 2 healers. If you've got Perfumer is a fantastic option in this map because of her map-wide heal talent, but otherwise, a single target healer and a healing defender is fine. 2 AoE snipers just to start us off. We have 2 AoE arts dealers. As I said, the map gets a bit swarmy, so it helps to have AoEs, and if you are using Gitano, use skill 1, don't use skill 2. Last but not least, we're going to need a fast redeploy. Doesn't matter who. Gravel is probably the best option just because of her extra health. And Pop Car if you are using someone like, say, Courier, because Courier doesn't have great damage output, so we're going to have to replace him with Pop Car. If you're... I can't really think... aside going straight up to 6 stars, a Texas would be fine if you've got Texas. We all just got given Texas, so... okay. So our 2 vanguards starting out facing inwards on the outer edge. That's because, as you just saw, our first couple of waves, or first couple of enemies I should say, are going to be on the outside edge. Okay. So now we're going to pop in our AoE snipers just to start getting rid of these enemies. Doesn't matter which particular order you throw them out in. Next, going to be our defenders, so I'm going to put down my healing defender there. Regular one there. Because I have spot up the top, I'm going to put down Hibiscus just here. So, essentially, Catapult has done what I needed to do, so I'm going to pull her back out. Shirayuki still has range, so I can still keep her in. Now, we have these enemies. We're going to wait for all 4 of them to show up, and then we're going to pop in our fast redeploy. And they'll try and kill our fast redeploy unsuccessfully, so I'm going to pull Shirayuki out now, because she is done. I'm going to pop, because my weaker side is down the bottom here, so I'm going to pop in Gitano that way, and I'm going to pop in Lava facing up, because Scavenger has fairly great damage for a Vanguard. So, after this wave, whoop, I have to pop in a fast redeploy there anyway. There we go, pull her back out, because I'm going to need her. So now I'm going to get rid of Courier because very clearly Courier is not helping me. And I'm going to pop in Popka. And that's pretty much it. So this just sort of rinse and repeats now. Scavenger is going down, and that's entirely okay. So what we're going to do is when this group lines up, we pop in Gravel, to bait those shots. I'm going to use spot skill. I'm going to use that skill. And that's just sort of going to play its own part out. Now, if at any point you're feeling a little bit concerned, which will probably come about now, with health, this 46 point here, where we get this big wave of dogs, if you need to put in a second healer up the top here, now is about the time when you do it. So, same thing applies though. We're going to use Pop Test skill. I'm just going to watch, so we've got a leaker, so I'm just going to pop down my fast redeploy. I want to keep my fast redeploy on recycle, so that's done. Pull my fast redeploy straight back out again. This is also why I suggest using AoE guards, because AoE guards are a hell of a lot better at killing enemies. So I still have heaps of time to go on spot skill recycle, so I'm going to pop in my second healer. I'll use Hibiscus's skill just to keep Popka topped up. So here comes our next lot of enemies. So gravel in, they'll nuke gravel. Second group. It's super important that gravel can survive through both of those, or you're bringing a second fast redeploy for this 64 group. Now, my gravel's E245, so bear that one in mind. I'm not sure if she has any mastery levels, but that is the one you need to worry about. Other than that, we're just gonna use some skills. I'm going to just keep an eye on this. So that one got caught, so I'm going to deploy Courier here just to catch that. I'm going to have to use spot skill. I didn't want to, but I'm going to have to. So yeah, at this point in time, this is kind of the big wave that you've got to worry about. But that is it. So you don't have to worry too much after that. That last wave is kind of really difficult to go about sort of preparing yourself for, or even sort of explaining as to how to get through it. The heavier you've got, obviously the heavier operators you've got lined up, the better it's going to be. If you're someone who wants to throw siege at the situation, for example, with her AoE skills, skill 2 I think it is, then she's going to go to town on at least one of those lanes, so you won't, panic won't set in. Texas with skill 2, everybody just got Texas, so if you're using Texas with skill 2 will certainly help you out with that one, because it'll stun and quite possibly mostly kill most things. If it doesn't kill it outright, then it will certainly stop them long enough for your AoE art stealers to take care of them. Outside of that though, I really don't have too much more sort of advice. The only sort of other tidbits of advice I can really give as far as operators to bring goes is, instead of bringing AoE art stealers, I would probably suggest something a little bit more direct, like if I can find them. There we go, Pinecone. So these short, I think they call them boomstick snipers, which are just short-range AoE snipers. So let me just pull them up. So those ones are Executor. I've lost Pinecone now. Pinecone's run away. Pinecone, Executor, and Ouster are those three. So that's the best bits of advice I've got for that one. So I hope that helps, guys. Like, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys for the next one.